The $97.5 million budget unveiled Friday enables the Hampton City Council majority to keep a campaign promise of cutting taxes. But in order to fill the hole left by the loss of that 13 cents, the budget calls for dipping into the city's $4 million reserves, spending $3 and leaving $1 million for so-called rainy days. That plan appears to some city officials to be skating on thin ice.
We were down to less than 500,000 at one time a few years ago. And good management tells us that we should have a reserve of 3 to 5%. And it could be dangerous to use that much of the reserve in case of some major catastrophe.
That rainy day, so to speak, could come around this time next year when the 1983 budget is figured. Like other Tidewater communities, Hampton's vet coal bill will likely increase some 500% next year, from its present 1 cent per kilowatt rate up to a nickel. Now, one of the ways that may be used to absorb that shock is to dip into city reserve money. Mayor Tom Geer has long pushed for the $1.40 rate.
Naturally, when you have an increase of that magnitude, it's always a problem, but I don't believe that there's anything that we can't overcome.
Geer says cash flow in the city will have to be watched more closely and the letting of contracts timed more carefully, among other tight business practices. But former Mayor Wernham calls the reserves a one-time windfall that will not be here next year, and that, he says, could mean taxes may have to go back up again. Don Roberts, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Hampton.